Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, come on in, come on in, come on in. This is day 9. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Today is day 9 of 31 days of the Proverbs 31 woman. So I want you guys to come on in, come on in. Tell me you're here, say good morning so I see you. I think I see a good morning already. Hey, Shannon. Good morning, beautiful. How are you? I'm excited this morning to do day 9 because that means that Coach Piangela Jones will be back tomorrow, right? So you guys know we are doing 31 days of the Proverbs 31 woman, and Coach Piangela Jones has been the one who has been on here. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning. So I've been filling in for her while she was on throat rest, so that she can get her vocal cords together so she can come back strong tomorrow and in the rest of the month of December as we talk about the Proverbs 31 woman. Shannon, I'm so glad to hear you're doing a little bit better. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. So ladies, come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Again, this is day 9 of the Proverbs 31 woman. So I'm excited to be here. Miss Jones is in the building. So good to see you this morning. I hope you are feeling better. I hope you are well rested and ready to resume your position tomorrow. Listen, we've been doing this since December the 1st. So it is a full 31 days. So that means we are here Monday through Sunday, honey. Sunday through Saturday. However you want to look at it, we are here every day during the month of December to bring you this conversation. Because that's what it is, a conversation about the Proverbs 31 woman and how we can tap into some of the things that, some of the things that we've learned, that we've gleaned about who she is, how she shows up, how she represents, how she is a virtuous woman. And I'm just excited to be able to have this opportunity to bring it. So guys, I'm gonna be looking back and forth because I got a phone on, I got things, so just so I can see. Good morning, Joy, because sometimes it'll say Facebook user, so this will help me to kind of know who is tapping in. Good morning, Deborah Cooper. Good morning, good morning. So I know who is talking to me this morning, so I can shout you out. Chantel, Grand Rising Queen. Yes. Well, listen, I only have 31 minutes because we were going to do this 31 minutes or less. So let's get started, right? So I'm going to go ahead. We have been up to this point through verse 11 of Proverbs 31. Today, I'm tapping into verse 12. Let me turn this music down just a tad so you guys can hear it, but still hear me. All right. So Proverbs 31, verse 12. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. Let me say that again. She brings him good and not harm, all the days of her life. Listen, y'all. That's powerful. Yes. Pam said, good morning, women of virtue. It's powerful when we are known as the one that brings him good and not harm all the days of his life. See, our desire and our goal should be that we want only God's highest and his best for our husband. And trust and believe, I'm going to just recap a little bit where Piangela said in the verse that for a lot of women, you think that because you're single, this chapter doesn't apply to you. But oh, ma'am, yes, ma'am, it does. It does, because if you don't have an earthly husband, then your husband is God. You do things as unto him, and you position yourself and you tap into the qualities of the Proverbs 31 woman, because God created us to be amazing individuals. And as we position ourselves, understand that we were created to be good things, right? Because he who finds a wife findeth a good thing. That's Proverbs 18 and 22. Let me say it correctly. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Y'all know how powerful it is to be a woman who is a good thing. There's power in that, ladies, because not only are we good, not only do we bring him good all the days of our lives, but we bring him favor. Because of us, he has favor. Favor is God's unmerited grace. Favor allows God to show up and change the atmosphere, shift the situation to your good, to work it out, to when you may not be qualified. You may not have money in the bank. You may not have good credit. You may not have the credentials when it comes to being in school. Maybe you don't have the degrees, you don't have the pedigree, you don't have those things, but you have the favor of God, and that supersedes everything. I'm telling y'all, favor is a currency that allows you to tap into God's blessings. It's a currency that allows you to connect to his grace and his goodness and his mercy. It allows you to connect to his power and his resources. See, favor may mean that you don't deserve it, but God has deemed you worthy to have it. And women, when God said we were a good thing, he allowed us to be the conduit to how a man obtains favor. So don't take that lightly. Because see, favor is a shift. When you go into a place and you have favor, oh my God, you have essentially shifted how things are going, the outcome is going to be. Because now they may in the natural think, oh, you're not ready for this. You're not qualified for this. I can't give you this. But God says otherwise. He said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and he obtains favor from the Lord. That means God has already went into the situation and worked it out. Come on, P. Angela Jones. She said, kingdom is my pedigree. Oh, baby, we talking big stuff this morning, honey. When you bring a man good and not harm. Y'all know doctors take the Hippocratic oath. That means to do no harm. So that means that I don't care if I feel like you're not worthy. I don't care if I feel like you don't deserve it. I don't care what the situation or circumstances look like. But because I say that I do no harm, I'm going to treat you with the utmost respect. I'm going to bring goodness to you. See, because of you, doors of opportunity open for your husband because you are connected to his favor. See, when he finds you, it translates over to God opening doors of opportunity. That's amazing, y'all. I want y'all to understand the power that we possess. God has deemed us to be a good thing. And because we are good things, we bring goodness to the people that are around us. I want to transcend it a little beyond even just your husband. You bring goodness to everyone around you. You bring goodness to your children. You bring goodness to your business partners. You bring goodness to your associates. You bring goodness to the people who are in your life, the people who are connected to you. Let me tell you, because you are a good thing, baby, you make things better. Everywhere you go, when you walk through the door, there's a change in the atmosphere because you've shifted goodness into the place where you are. Imagine bringing goodness with you. Imagine changing things for the better. That's who you are when you are a woman of virtue. That's who you are when you are God's good thing that he's put into the earth realm. See, we need to start going into this new season, this new year. Yes, Regina, you are a blessing. Absolutely. We've got to shift how we see ourselves. Because when you recognize that you bring goodness, let me go back because I went a little too far. I want to go back and tap into something. I looked at Angela got me started, y'all. So I'm trying to do a good thing, right? I looked up the Hebrew word for good, and it is TOWB. So I'm assuming the pronunciation is Tob. Tob means pleasant, agreeable, excellent, prosperity, great fortune, happiness. Let me tell y'all, come on, I'm gonna back it up, but let me say this. Deborah said, you better say that favor is a shift. Goodness follows me everywhere I go. Somebody else, Facebook user, said, there is no place or space that God's favor won't follow or greet you. Come on, that's Reverend Pat. I knew it. Yes, let me go back to what The Hebrew definition of good is tov is the word. It's pleasant, agreeable, excellent, prosperity, great fortune, and happiness. Girl, ma'am, lady, that's what you bring to your husband. You bring him happiness. You bring him great fortune. You have effectively brought him prosperity, excellence. We're pleasant and agreeable. That's why you have to make certain that you build him up. That's what you do when you are a good thing. When you're bringing him good, you build him up. You don't tear him down. See, a contentious woman will tear down her house, but a woman who knows her worth, a woman who knows what she brings to the table, God's good thing that he's put inside of you, you bring him and you build him up. That's bringing him good. When you bring him good, you bring him peace. See, when a man is out here hustling and grinding and trying to, make sure that he's bringing home the bacon, right, to the household, when he's making sure that he's taking care of his responsibility, when he's making sure he's giving you protection, when he's making sure he's giving you provision, when he's making sure that he is doing what he's been called to do, on the flip side of that, you got to bring him peace, because he can't be out there in the world dealing with all the craziness that's out there and come home and have to deal with you too, because you are in a mood, because you want to argue, because you want to fuss, because you want to nag. Oh no, ma'am, that's not what we do. That's not what the virtuous woman does, baby. She shifts it so that when he comes into his household, he has peace in his household. Ladies, you a peacemaker. You're the atmosphere shifter. When he's out there going through traffic and he's irritated and frustrated, he comes through the doors and he automatically feels a sense of peace, because you've created an atmosphere where he can come in and he feels that goodness that exudes from you. It comes through your pores, and he knows that you've been praying for him. See, that's another way to bring good to him and not harm, because you're praying to God for him, to cover him from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. You're asking God to protect him and cover him, to watch over him, to make sure that only good things happen to him. See, there's power. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So when you pray and intercede for your husband, come on, ladies, that's bringing good to him. I don't know if y'all have ever read The Power of a Praying Wife. It's about a lady, her name is Stormy O'Martian, I believe. And it's such a great book. If you have not read it, get it, because it talks about the prayers that you can get for your husband. Come on, Regina. She said the fruits of the spirit. Piangela, you said, girl, you better bring it to Hebrew for us. Girl, listen, I'm trying to grow in this thing, try to make it better, right? We have got to understand how powerful our prayers are for our husband. Yes, Deborah, no matter the circumstances, bring peace, show peace and goodness. Amen. Amen. Not only do you, when you bring him good, somebody said, yes, all Stormy's books are amazing. Absolutely. Get her books. I'm telling you, Stormy O'Martian. If somebody can put the spelling of her name in the chat so people can go and search, go on Amazon, look for her books, because they will change how you operate in your household. The Power of a Praying Wife, The Power of a Praying Woman. She's got some great books. Tap into that as a resource for you. I'm telling y'all, these series are designed to help you to get your foundation solid, because as we go into 2023, baby, that's the Jordan year where it's getting ready to be great, and it's getting ready to stay great, because it's not just for 2023, it's for beyond. It's for us getting better, right? Not only do you bring him peace, not only do you bring him good, not only do you pray for him, but you're loyal. Baby, it's loyalty. Loyalty is something that your husband has come to depend on for you. He can trust you. That's why he knows you bring him good and no harm, because you're loyal to him. You're trustworthy. He can come to you with his deepest secrets. He can come to you with his darkest fears. He can trust you and be vulnerable with you, because you're his safe place. Baby, do y'all know The power that you have because you are your man's safe place. See, that's being good and doing him no harm. Because when he wants to share his feelings and his fears, and when he wants to share his dreams and his goals, you're supposed to be the woman that he comes to, because you're his good thing. See, he knows when he comes to you and he gives you everything he's got, because we are women and we're creators. We're going to take it and embrace it. And we're going to hold it within our hearts. And we're going to go to God in prayer and ask God to work it out for him. Because through us, he obtains favor with the Lord. So if he gives it to you in private and secrecy, you're going to go to God so that he can manifest it out. Because his favor comes through you. Y'all see how that thing work? You bring him favor with the Lord. So when he tells you what his dreams are, when he tells you what his desires are, when he tells you his secrets and his fears, all of those things, you go to God and intercede for him so that God will give him favor. God will open those doors. Ladies, I need y'all to understand we're the key. We're the key to that thing, to unlock unlimited possibilities for our husbands. But again, Proverbs 31 also talks about being a mother. You unlock that for your children. Let me tell y'all, come on and get that in your spirit, baby. Who we are is infinitely powerful. But let me go on back. When you bring him good, you give him wise counsel. See, he comes to you and tells you these things, and he trusts you to give him wise counsel. Yes, Regina, a righteous woman, a righteous woman. That's who we are. Good morning, Jaria. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for putting it in the group for me. Good morning, Sparkle. Yes, I'm his safe place. Ladies, I need y'all to get this. I need you to get it this morning. When you bring him good and not harm all the days of your life, you are a good steward. Come on, y'all. We got to be good stewards over what God has given us, over our husband, over our children, over our business, over our jobs, over our money, over our assets. Listen, when you're a good steward, you spend your time well, which means you give your man quality time. You don't just say, hey, honey, how was your day? Oh, I hope it was good. Okay. And go on back to doing what you're doing. No, you sit down and you be that listening ear. Because I'm telling you, as you listen, you give him an opportunity to talk things out so that he can work out what God has put on his heart. See, sometimes he may come to you because he needs clarity. He needs vision. He needs inspiration. And you are the one that's going to give him to him because you are a good steward. You give him the time he needs in all areas, right? Y'all know what I mean by that. You give him the time that he needs. Let me see who said this. Virtuous women are the atmosphere setters of the home, because the home is the safe house for the family, and no one or nothing can penetrate that home. Baby, come on and say that. Let me see, Kathy. Yes, that's a good word, Kathy. Good word. Be a good steward, y'all. Spend well. Your husband, I'm telling y'all, spend well and bring increase into the household. When Piantla starts dipping into the rest of the verses, y'all are going to see how the Proverbs 31 woman, she looked at her household. There was always food. They were always clothes. She was able to invest in real estate. See, she's going to dip in and tap into those things. See, but I need y'all to understand it's because she's a good steward that she was able to do those things. Come on, let me see, Deborah. Yes, there's power in prayer. In order to have that shift, you've got to understand your position. Come on, Deborah Cooper. Understand your position. A righteous woman, a virtuous woman, and believe it. You got to believe that. Get it in your spirit. Not only when you bring him good and not harm, you have to be committed. See, we're not patty caking and playing. We're not out here thinking that if things get bad, we're going to dip. That's not how we live our life as virtuous women. See, you're committed. Commit it. So when they say in the wedding vows, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, that's through the good or the bad. You a rider, right? Ride or die. You don't jump ship because things are shaky and rough. No, that's when you dig 10 toes down, baby. You solid. You solid. As a virtuous woman, we are solid. We are stable. We're his security. We're his peace. We are the ones who are committed to be in it, to win it. That's what we do. We are champions. We are warriors. We are committed to the man that God has allowed us to have. And you stay there and you fight that fight. And it may sometimes be challenging. Sometimes he may want you, you may want to choke him out. You may want to be like, God, I don't know why you gave him to me. But guess what he did? And because he did, he already prepared you to know that it is for better or worse. That lets you already know that it's not going to always be good. But you're committed. So you help him get through those worst times. You help him get through those sick times. You help him get through those poor times. Come on, ladies. We are built for this. Can't nothing shake us because we're built. God designed us to be built for this. Regina, 1 Timothy 2:15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Yes. Come on, y'all, and bring this word in. This is a conversation, not just what I'm saying, but tap into what your sisters are saying and receive it in your spirit. Everything about you represents your husband. You bring him harm when your mouth is reckless. I want y'all to think about that. Y'all know we can go out. A contentious woman will bring down her household. See, when you start all that talking crazy and calling him out his name, that's not who a virtuous woman is. That's doing him harm. Because see, when you start disrespecting him, now you're harming him. You're not bringing him good. Watch your mouth, bridle your tongue. Think about what you're saying. A soft answer will turn away wrath, right? You got to use your mouth. You can't be reckless. I want y'all to think about that, right? Come on, Piangela. We are committed to the men that God has allowed us to have. Come on. It's a blessing and a privilege of doing good to God's sons. Yes. You bring him harm when you don't pay the bills and he has to go out and work 2 or 3 jobs. Come on, ladies. We got to think about it. We bring him good and not harm. When he has to go out and expend energy because we aren't taking care of our responsibilities. He has to go and work. You don't want your man to work like a dog. No, his life should be with ease because you bring favor, right? You bring favor to him as his wife. So therefore, he shouldn't have to go out and hustle hard and grind all day and come home exhausted. He shouldn't have to do that because you are the favor in his life. He obtains favor with God. So you make it with ease. And if you don't take care of the responsibilities and he has to go out and get it and work hard for it, then you're doing him harm. That's not good. You bring him harm when you dress inappropriately or when you cause other people to desire you or when you're flirtatious with other men or, you cause people. That's doing him harm because you know what? People challenge him. People wonder what kind of way you bring down his authority or his position. People question it. Don't allow people to question your man and who he is and how he runs his household. That's doing him harm. See, I want y'all to understand that, again, the verse says you bring him good all the days of your life. That's in everything about you, how you carry yourself, how you show up. You bring him harm when you allow your children to disrespect him. Come on, y'all. Think about that. We bring him harm when we do things that are not in alignment with who God calls his daughters to be. I'm not saying, honey, when I tell you about dressing, how you dress inappropriately, it's nothing wrong with being cute. There's nothing wrong with being sexy. We're feminine women. Oh, yes, you can be sexy, but do it in a manner to where other people don't question your man's authority or question his judgment or question his position. Don't do it to the point where other men look at you and desire you and disrespect you, because then your man will feel like he has to go out and do something about that. That's bringing him harm. You put him in position. He should have to fight for you. He shouldn't have to go and challenge somebody else because they've disrespected you because of how you've positioned yourself. He shouldn't have to go against the kids and feel like he's got to fight for his position and his place in his household because you allow the children to disrespect him. No, ma'am. That's not how virtuous women handle their husbands. That's not how you are a good thing. That's not. Let me see here. Let me get these comments. Virtuous women will stick with her husband and praise over her husband during his struggles, and then celebrates and praises God with him when he's successful. Come on. Yes, Kathy, come on. Deborah, we definitely have to watch our tongue and what we say. There's also power in how we say and speak in love. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, ladies, I'm telling y'all all these things. You may not be there yet, but this is the time to start going to God and asking him how you can be a good thing. Help me with how I talk, God. Help me to talk to my husband with love and respect. Help me to talk to my children and let them see my husband in a good light, to see him and respect him. Give him the honor that he's due in his household. How can I give him peace? How can I give him wise counsel? How can I dress in a manner that is appealing to him, but that doesn't cause him to go out and feel embarrassed or ashamed? See, he may not say it, ladies, but in his heart, he feels some type of way when he sees somebody else looking at you in a way that makes him feel uncomfortable. That's bringing him harm, and that's not what we do. Let's see. Yeah, somebody says that he definitely shouldn't have to prove himself to your family. Come on, y'all better talk up in this conversation, in this chat. Our children should learn from home, to learn love from home. Absolutely, love and respect. I'm gonna tell y'all again, Proverbs 31:12 says she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. Don't be a weapon of mass destruction in your household. Don't be that. Don't destroy what God has given you. Verse 11 says, your husband has confidence in you. Why? Why would he have confidence in you? Because you bring him good and not harm. He already knows that. He already trusts you. He already knows you are a woman of integrity. He already knows that you are a virtuous woman. He knows that God has given him a good thing. So that's why he can have confidence that he doesn't have to worry about you going out and embarrassing him. He doesn't have to worry about you going out and disrupting things. He doesn't have to worry about you cussing and clowning and acting a fool. He doesn't have to worry about that because he knows you are a good thing. He can be proud. He can walk into any environment with his chest out because he has a wife. That's a good thing. Not only in how you carry yourself, but how you speak to him in private and in public. You're not going talking about him to your girlfriends and bringing him down. You're not going and talking to people in your family and talking about how he doesn't do this and how he doesn't do that. You hold that to yourself. You don't talk about him to your children. You go, if you have a problem, you talk to God and let God work that thing out. Come on, ladies, we're talking about the power. The power of your mouth can put him in a position that is not favorable. And that's not bringing him good, that's bringing him harm. So today, we're going to go to God in prayer and ask him to help us to be a good thing, to help us be the one that gives him favor with the Lord. Right? We got that power, ladies. We are empowered to be the good thing. Let me see. He definitely shouldn't have to prove himself to his family, our children. Okay. Yes, y'all. Thank you so much for understanding and giving me the opportunity to break some things down. Because listen, Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman, we're just throwing some things out here for us to think about. Because going into the end of the year strong, going into 2023 better. We better everything because we are good things. So when people leave your presence, they should feel better. Let me go back one more time and just tell y'all about the definition in Hebrew. Good means, let me make sure I get it. Good means pleasant, agreeable, excellent, prosperity, great fortune, and happiness. Okay, Regina, let me see. She got 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. 1 Timothy 2:10, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Thank you for sharing that verse, Regina. I'm telling y'all, as a good thing, we are pleasant. We are agreeable. We are excellent. We bring prosperity, good fortune, and happiness. That's what we bring. That's who we are. That's how we shift things. That's the atmosphere we have. That's the energy and the vibe that we have in our households, outside of our households, in our business, with our children, for our husband, in anything that you do. You are a good thing and you bring no harm. So, ladies, that's it. That's verse 12. Proverbs 31, verse 12. Tap into it. Understand who you are. Shift that thing. Bring goodness with you. If you don't feel like sometimes you can't talk well or that you're going to be disrespectful, go to God and ask Him to work on you. Ask Him to help you to become the good thing that you desire to be. I'm telling y'all, it's power in being good. It is. Deborah says, when you pray to God, He will show you exactly what your husband needs. So continue to seek God in prayer and let Him lead you and guide you in all aspects of your life. Walk in love and peace. Yes, Regina says we must walk in truth. Ladies, let's do this thing. You hear me? You can and you will, because God has designed you to do that. Let's be that good thing and bring no harm. And let's make everybody who comes in contact with us better because they've known us, right? All right, ladies, that's it. Invite somebody to the I Am a Woman Empowered group. Have somebody come in and check out these Proverbs 31 teachings. Go back to day 1, December the 1st. We are here every single day, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Sunday. I'm sorry, yes, Monday through Sunday. So every day through the month of December. Tomorrow, baby, Coach P. Angela Jones, let me know. But I believe tomorrow, good morning, Tanya Bird. Tomorrow, she will be back. She is going to bring her own special brand of breaking down this teaching, y'all. She has told us we are billion-dollar women. Let's embrace it. Let's walk in it. Let's let people know who we are. Let's be confident, not cocky, not arrogant, but confident that in who we are. And that is God's good thing. All right, ladies, y'all have a phenomenal, fabulous Friday, and we will see you in the morning, 7 a.m. Be blessed today. Be blessed.